Heard there was a secret chord.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most original sounding voices in music.
It's you and me.
Number 10, Joni Mitchell. Among the most gifted songwriters of her generation, Joni Mitchell comes with a unique sound all her own.
It's coming on Christmas, they're cutting down trees.
The Canadian-born folk singer started her career in the 1960s with a range that spanned low notes and falsettos. Her ability to climb to staggering highs is one of the signatures of her catalog. And this is all aside from her songwriting on classics like Both Sides Now, which spotlight her emotional delivery and songwriting abilities.
I've looked at love from both sides now.
There's also the legendary tracks off her Blue album, which further showcase her talents as a poet and performer.
Shoes, you know I've been to see before.
Even in her later years, Mitchell has continued to perform with a richly toned voice that's deeper and just as effective.
I'd still be on my feet.
Number 9, Amy Winehouse.
He left no time to regret.
Powered by a throwback sound, Amy Winehouse fused together the finest aspects of R&B, pop, and more. Her voice had a resonance and power that few artists could match. In only 2 studio albums, Winehouse managed to conquer the mainstream with her richly textured tones. She sang songs that often explored the depths of the human psyche, such as the hit Rehab.
They try to make me go to rehab. I say no.
Bringing emotion to each record, she didn't leave anything up to interpretation. Her vocal work on the likes of Back to Black remains an amazing example of updating older influences for a new audience. Number 8, Freddie Mercury.
Tonight, I'm gonna have myself a real good time.
What was your reaction the first time you heard Freddie Mercury? His band made a name for themselves with their elaborate compositions, featuring Mercury as their fearless and talented leader. His operatic voice could have been fit for the most esteemed stage in the world, but he chose instead to rock out. We think he made the right choice, given his acrobatic vocals on songs like Bohemian Rhapsody. With an enviable range, Mercury soared above most male registers without missing a beat. He also had the pipes to deliver an intimate ballad or fill an entire arena with glorious sound. Number 7, Tina Turner.
I call you, I need you, my heart's on fire.
Through multiple decades of impressive work, Tina Turner established herself as one of the most enduring artists of any era. Her early work with Ike gave her a national spotlight, with performances like Proud Mary, making it clear she was a distinct vocal talent.
If you come down to the river, I bet you're gonna find some people who live.
Providing intensity in every track, she went solo with a voice as powerful as ever. With What's Love Got to Do With It, she showed she could sing a pop song as well as any star, and do so with a tone nobody else possessed.
Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken?
Turner had an unrivaled stamina with the ability to maintain complete control over said unique voice, while also showing off her dance moves.
What's love got to do with it?
Number 6, Johnny Cash.
Love is the burning thing, and it makes
Whether he's considered an outlaw or the man in black, Johnny Cash will forever be known as an original. The country star lived a complicated life that came out in every one of his performances.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine.
His deep voice feels like a window to his soul, perfectly paired with the darkness and vulnerability of his lyrics. Cash's style was so self-assured that it felt completely different in country music. He was among the most recognizable voices in the genre, especially thanks to the direct nature of his presentation.
Because you're mine, I walk the line.
Anytime he sang, the artist made us feel like he was sitting us down and telling a story as a trusted friend.
I will make you.
Number 5. Björk. One of Iceland's most famous singers became a sensation after going solo in the 1990s. With every album, she has set herself apart from others in the industry with her delivery. She doesn't match a typical mainstream sound, creating art pop and alternative music all her own.
And if you complain once more.
This is bolstered by her one-of-a-kind voice, which she uses to do everything from shrieking to screaming to hitting glorious high notes. Her records may range from electric to avant-garde and experimental, but one thing remains constant. You'll know it's Björk behind that mic.
You meet time, I'm lovely.
Some may try to imitate her, but few can match her in terms of originality. Number 4. Kate Bush.
Out on the windy, windy moors, we'd roll and fall in green.
Boldly going her own way, Kate Bush began her singing career as a teenager in the late 1970s. She arrived fully formed with hits like Wuthering Heights, which showcased her unique style. Mixing together various theatrical and experimental techniques, Bush threw the pop world for a loop with her dynamic works and unique sound. Her staggering voice paved a new way for female singers that didn't bother with specific labels. Inventive records followed, and so did more critical praise, including recognition for classics like Hounds of Love. Each step of the way, her ability to convey anger, love, and wonder through her voice have made her an icon. Number 3. Louis Armstrong. Among the greatest legends of the 20th century, Louis Armstrong was one of the most famous trumpeters of his time. He also had an identifiable voice that you can't mistake for anyone else. Equal parts raspy and refined, Armstrong performed from the heart every time. Many probably know him best as the singer of What a Wonderful World.
I see trees of green, red roses too.
In reality, he was a much more nuanced artist who was deeply important to the jazz world. The musician was as adept with his trumpet as he was with his vocal cords. Up until his final years, Armstrong continued to remind people of his gift for exceptionally original performances.
What a wonderful world.
Number 2. Bob Dylan.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me.
Bob Dylan's voice might throw the casual music fan off, but those listeners would be missing out on his gritty tones and the way they elevate his songs.
My weariness amazes me, I am branded on my feet.
His everyman vocals might not be conventional, but they are special. Plus, his lyrics are exceptional in every way. He was at least partly inspired by folk heroes before him, who never let an unorthodox voice keep them from performing, and has blazed his own trail.
Keep a clean nose, wash the clean clothes, you don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows.
Unique in every way, Dylan's raw portraits of American life need his unrestrained delivery to feel complete. Instead of worrying about becoming the next pop star, the man followed his instincts and became a legend.
That song is blowing in the wind.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Brian Johnson. With his trademark shriek, the rocker revitalized AC/DC for a new era. Cher. The pop star made waves with her contralto and use of auto-tune.
Do you
Axl Rose. With a searing voice, Axl Rose conquers the world as a rock frontman. Janis Joplin. The gritty rocker had a range to behold.
Good enough for me and my Bobby, yeah.
Macy Gray. The throwback soul singer gives hits like I Try a unique spin.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Leonard Cohen.
Suzanne takes you down to her place near the river.
Leonard Cohen always played by his own rules. The troubadour started as a writer and a poet, eventually moving to singing as another outlet for his artistic vision. What followed was a decade of work closely tied to folk tradition.
For he's touched your perfect body with his mind.
His earthly voice was a warm and welcome guide through memorable tunes such as Suzanne. With the 1980s came a new era for the artist and a deeper voice.
You dance me to the end of love.
His later era sounds unconcerned with conforming to any movement or popular technique. Instead, Cohen blended the art of speaking and singing into one signature form of storytelling, using the voice only he possessed.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Did we forget one of your favorite voices? Let us know in the comments below.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.